In the heart of a bustling city, where lights never fade and the streets whisper tales of hope and despair, there lived a young woman named Maya. She was vibrant, with dreams that soared higher than the skyscrapers surrounding her. But beneath her infectious smile, a shadow lurked, a secret she kept hidden even from herself. Maya found solace in the rhythm of the city's nightlife, where the pulse of music drowned out the echoes of her doubts. But in the dimly lit corners of clubs and bars, she found something else, a temporary escape from the weight of her insecurities. It started innocently, a pill here, a line there, until the lines blurred between euphoria and dependency. As days turned into nights and nights melted into days, Maya found herself ensnared in the grip of addiction. The substances that once promised freedom now held her captive, chaining her to a cycle of craving and despair. Friends drifted away like smoke in the wind, leaving her alone to navigate the labyrinth of her own downfall. But even in the darkest depths, a flicker of light remained. It came in the form of a weary hand extended in keenness, a stranger who saw past the mask Maya wore and recognized the shattered pieces of her soul. With gentle persistence, they offered her a lifeline, guiding her towards the path of recovery. It wasn't an easy journey. Each step forward was a battle against the demons that whispered lies of worthlessness and defeat. But Maya refused to surrender to the darkness that threatened to consume her. With every therapy session and support group meeting, she reclaimed fragments of her identity, piecing them together like a mosaic of resilience. Slowly but surely, the colors of hope began to bleed into Maya's world once more. She rediscovered the beauty of sobriety, the clarity of a mind no longer clouded by substances. And in the quiet moments of introspection, she found strength in the scars that adorned her spirit, a testament to her courage and tenacity. Years passed, and Maya emerged from the shadows a changed woman. Though the scars of her past remained etched upon her heart, they served as reminders of the battles she had fought and the victories she had won. No longer defined by her addiction, she walked with her head held high, a beacon of inspiration for those still lost in the labyrinth of despair. And as she gazed upon the city skyline, bathed in the warm glow of the setting sun, Maya knew that her journey was far from over.